I have like a paper cut and it is so painful. Like, why are paper cuts so painful? Yep, this is how I'm showing my paper cuts now. Like, how bad is that? That's so bad. It hurts, but you know what? I'm gonna work through the pain. So dramatic. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, as you can see, my makeup is mostly done except for my brows and my eyes, and the main reason for that is because today I'm going to go over a product that I received from the company miaadora. Thank you guys so much for sending me this product, and it is their Call Me On Point Pro Micro Tip Brow Definer, and my color is in Cocoa Coffee. The exciting thing about this brow pencil is that they have this pro micro tip. So it's supposed to be really small to make those really fine strokes. And on the back of the box they do have an image of how you can do your brows to get that nice brows on fleek look. So those are the steps that they're saying. So we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. So usually when I do my brows, I like to clean up right underneath my brows. So that's why I didn't do my lids as well. So I'll do that later. So this is what the brow pencil looks like. It's really nice and small. You of course have the spoolie on this end as usual. And then this is where the tip is. Now mine is the darkest color. I believe they only have 3 colors, which is light, medium, and dark. And so obviously I needed dark. So I was hoping that this would be a decent color for me, but Cocoa Coffee I assumed was brown, but now that I kind of open up the tip, now that's what the tip looks like. Let me open it up a little bit more for you guys. So that's what the tip looks like, and I feel like that's a really nice fine point tip. Now this looks like it's a pretty dark color, so let me go ahead and swatch it and see if it is a nice deep brown. Oh my gosh, it is very fine. Oh, look at that. That's like giving you like that nice stroke. Yeah, so this is like a dark brown, which should work perfectly for my brows. So that looks good. So the way they show is to line your bottom, then line your top, and then shade everything in, which is pretty much kind of like how I do it anyways. So sometimes what I like to do with my brows, especially if I want to define it really well, is I will brush the hair up and move up a little bit. So if you can see, I'm brushing my hair up, and then this area right here, you can see that it's missing a little bit, and I'm going to go ahead and fill that area in. So I really like to take this to the bottom. Oh, before I do that, actually what I do like to do, which I kind of forgot, is quite a helpful tip, is that I like to go and powder my brows just so that there's no oil or sweat or whatever it is kind of left over on my brows, and they're nice and matte for me to start working. So I'm going to go into my Huda Beauty baking powder, and I'm going to take a little bit of that and just kind of like dab it over my brows. Okay, my brows are going crazy now. And what that does is that it helps for the pencil to be able to glide on without kind of like sliding off, if that makes sense. And again, I'm just going to brush my hair, and then I'm going to go into the bottom. I really love how thin this is. And I'm just lining. I don't touch up here yet. I go from this point right here, and then I kind of like define that area. And then anything in between, I kind of do it like a stroke. Like that. Oh, I love how this is filling it in. The reason for me to like brush all of this up is so that I can see like where I would need to fill in. I can see that I need to fill a little bit in here. This color is like perfect for me. Yeah, the thin point really helps you to get some control. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to brush the top hairs down like that. and then define that area. I'm using a light hand, you guys, because this is a pretty deep color and it is gliding on really well. Now when you brush it, you can see, and you just line it up where you want it to be. And then you can fill in any like in-betweens. Alright, so as you can see, that is pretty dark. Now for the front area right here, I brush it up first. And then I'm just going to make little strokes. I'm not going to make it too dark. I'm using a very light hand and making like little strokes. And then after I do that, I like to also brush it because it like the spoolie helps for it to like separate, so it's not like solid. And I like to keep it like with a nice fade, especially like right in the tip. I don't like that filled in too much. But yeah, look at that. Let me step back. So that is one of my brows done. It's harder for me to look in the mirror when I was closer. But as you can tell, there is a difference between the two. Like this one is very sparse and then this one is nice and filled in. I'm gonna go ahead and do the other side now. Alright guys, so that's my brows done. I will say that my brows are definitely sisters, not twins. They are not, and I don't know if a lot of people's are exactly identical, but especially because I have the scar, my brows are never going to look identical, which is fine. I like the way it turned out. I was kind of worried that the color wasn't going to match me, but it definitely matches. And it wasn't too hard to do, and I love how thin the point is on this pencil because it really helps me get in there and kind of like work it through. You do have a little bit more control, but it might take you a little bit more time just to like pencil everything in, but there's definitely more control with this. So now I'm going to go ahead and conceal under my brows just to show you how you can just clean it up a little bit more. I do like the way that it looks, but I like to clean it up as well, especially when I do my eyeshadow, because I go ahead and I put concealer on my lid anyways, so I just bring that up to my brows just to clean them up a little bit more. So I'm actually going to go into my e.l.f. concealer in light, guys. So I went ahead and I look weird right now because I thought I was filming and I wasn't. But I went ahead and I already cleaned up this side, as you can tell, and I'm just taking a brush that's angled just to go ahead and give it some shape. So basically what I do is I take like a little bit, so I use this as where I can get the product from, and then I kind of like brush it underneath the brow. So it's not packed with product either. So I'm just kind of like brushing it underneath the brow, just to define it. And then I take a damp beauty sponge and just pat that in. You've seen me do this in my previous videos. And then I usually don't go on the top of the brows, but if you want to, you can. I'm just taking whatever's left over on this brush and just kind of brushing the top as well. I don't even think I have much left on this. That's it for the brows. I'm going to go ahead and finish up my eyes and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I'm back. I did my eyes. I hope you guys like it. So yeah, as far as my brows, I do love the way they look, and I did add some highlighter underneath my brows. I like to bring my highlighter actually in a little bit too, and not just here. I don't know how much you can tell the shine, but I love the way it looks. I'm very grateful that they sent this to me so I can try it out for you guys, and I am very, very happy with it. I love, love, love the thin point. I like how it gives me control, like I said before, so that you can define it the way you want to, even when you draw your lines out on the top. Especially, like, I feel like most of my drawing for my brows come up here and this area right there, and I love to kind of like define that area on both sides. If you guys like to purchase this, I will leave a link to it in my description. You can go and check that out. I do have a 20% off code, and that's also in my description, and you can go ahead and use that to get 20% off. This video is not sponsored whatsoever, but it was really nice of them to send me something just to try out for you guys. So this is also, I like how thin this is. It's easy to carry around in your purse and take it on the go. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys liked this video, and I hope you guys like the way I did my brows. Leave me a comment below letting me know if you do. And please, please, please subscribe to my channel and click that little bell icon so you get notified every time I upload. I thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys so much. Bye. I love a nice subtle pink eye look. Pink eye, no. I love a nice subtle pink eyeshadow look.